Despite being seen wielding red lightsabers on numerous occasions, Palpatine hardly relied on them and instead used his immense power in the ways of the Force to strike terror into his opponents, and it was with these abilities that he could quickly bring any fight to a quick end. In this video, we'll be taking a look at why Palpatine barely used his sabers and analyze the various battles where he used one to see his philosophy in regards to combat. Smash the like and subscribe button, join the incredible Star Force 1 Discord server, and let's get into it. So in large part, Palpatine saw the lightsaber as something below him, and he hated those who relied upon it as the sole source of power. He saw it as a Jedi's weapon and felt that any true Dark Lord of the Sith would easily defeat an opponent with dark side force powers, viewing this as a sign of strength and being on the right belief system. He felt that those among the darksiders who relied on lightsabers were inferior and fooled into abandoning or neglecting the sheer potential that they could reach if they focused solely on the Force. So deep was his dislike towards lightsabers that he was easily able to master every form of lightsaber combat, teaching them to his apprentice Maul, and single-handedly taking him from never holding a weapon to being a deadly Jedi-killing Sith Assassin. His lightsabers were even designed to mock the Jedi, with the hilts including electrum, a purely aesthetic material which was only authorized to be added to the hilts of high-ranking and immensely respected Jedi Masters. It was therefore extremely rare, and one of its few wielders was Mace Windu, yet both of his sabers were decked with electrum, as Palpatine sought even in the subtlest ways to mock the history of the weapon and those who it came from. Mace Windu put everything on the line in his duel against the Sith Lord, yet his decades of immense hard work and training and years of practice in creating his own forbidden lightsaber form was nothing in the face of the immense power of Palpatine, who was only making the fight seem difficult so that he could trick Anakin into betraying Master Windu and cement his fall to the dark side. In his duel against his former apprentice Maul and his brother Savage, Sidious is playfully dominating them with his two sabers, effortlessly curbing their attacks and exposing severe weaknesses in their usage of the weapons. These flaws exist despite both of them killing Jedi Masters. After impaling Savage, he used the Force to blast him away, which caused Maul to run over to his brother and fall deeper into hatred. But that didn't matter, as he was still nothing compared to his old master, and as soon as he had Maul on the ground, Palpatine tormented him with his immense power in the Force. It's almost like he wanted him to bow on his knees in front of the power of the Force, when he could have easily killed him with the saber if that's what he was interested in. The only time we see Palpatine lose a lightsaber duel outside of his own planning was against Yoda, and it was then that he quickly retreats to make use of the Force, a contest which he was far superior in. As well as this, we rarely see Palpatine do any real fighting himself, since he had a complete rule over the galaxy, first as a humble senator from Naboo turned Chancellor, then as the sole emperor of the galaxy. He got there through a few fights, yes, but largely immensely political manipulation, to the point that the majority of Jedi were wiped out by an army that he had made and given them. So above lightsabers were the Sith, in the eyes of Sidious, that he didn't even need to engage in combat to overrule the Order, the very creators of the lightsaber weapon itself. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this small little tale about why Palpatine hates lightsabers. If you did, join the Star Force 1 Discord for incredible content, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.